Imagine you're an explorer floating through the cosmos, searching for your next discovery. You find a map to guide your journey, but the instructions are written in a way that feels incomplete. The map simply says, Mario jumped, Mario ran. These words are literal. They tell us exactly what happened, but they don't help us see the action or understand how it felt. When we only have the plain facts, the adventure begins to feel like a chore. To really understand the story, we need to look at these words differently. Our guide has a solution. A quick trail of color over the page changes how the instructions look and feel. This is figurative language. It's a way for authors to move beyond the basic facts. The literal side of the screen shows us the raw data. On the figurative side, the author uses specific word choices to build vivid pictures in our minds. To find the meaning here, we have to look past the individual words and think about the message the author is trying to send. When we learn how to identify these patterns, stories that seemed simple start to feel much more detailed. Our explorer lands on a grassy planet and finds a path that is remarkably easy to follow. This brings us to a specific type of figurative language, the idiom. These are groups of words that have an established meaning that is different from what the words say on their own. If the map says a task was a piece of cake, we have to interpret it. Reading these exact words in a literal way would mean our brave hero is jumping past an actual piece of dessert. But we know that the phrase is actually describing something that is very easy to do. It's the same logic when someone says to hold your horses. They aren't talking about animals, they're telling you to wait a moment. While the individual words might seem out of place, combining them reveals a much more colorful message from the author. Now our hero finds a speed power-up and prepares to cross the landscape at high speed. To show exactly how fast he is moving, an author might use a simile. These always use the words like or as to compare two things. Instead of just saying he was fast, the text says, he ran like the wind. This comparison links the character's action to something familiar, a fast, powerful gust of air. By connecting those two ideas, the reader can see the character's speed more clearly. Further ahead, our explorer splashes down into a massive, glittering crater on a planet made entirely of ice. We can describe this world using as. We might call the ground as white as snow, or the crater as big as an ocean. By linking these new scenes to objects we already recognize, authors can create a grander, more detailed image than plain text ever could. Our hero finally arrives at his destination, but the path is blocked by a final puzzle. To proceed, we have to analyze how the language is being used. Now it's your turn to look at the evidence. We need to identify which of these sentences uses word magic. Look at these two choices. Option A, Lily the chicken is in the yard. Option B, the audition was a walk in the park. Look closely at each sentence. Which one is using a hidden meaning? We can set aside option A. That sentence is literal. It tells us exactly where the chicken is located. Option B is our answer. A walk in the park doesn't mean the character was outside. It means the audition was very easy. Recognizing the difference between a plain fact and a descriptive comparison allows us to see exactly what an author intends for us to imagine. With the puzzle solved, the chest bursts open and the journey is complete. Our hero has translated the map, finding his way through the story. You've seen how idioms and similes can transform a simple sentence into a vivid scene. The next time you open a book, keep an eye out for these comparisons. They are what make every reading adventure feel unique.